for something, you know what I mean? Like, hey, do you need a pass? You good? Okay, sweet. Yeah, bring some in. We'll smooth it down. I'll smooth it down for you. I don't even know what that means. All right, here we go. Nerve. Everybody, nerve. Nerve. Simple squamous. Simple squamous. Fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage. Okay. Simple columnar. Yesterday in my sixth grade class, they're like, why are you touching the screen? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to show you that this is a column. Okay, so I don't know if that helps, but there you go. Loose fibrous. Loose fibrous. Stratified columnar. 2 layers, stratified columnar. Okay, good. Hyaline cartilage. Hyaline cartilage. Bone. Bone. Elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage. Adipose. Adipose. Simple cuboidal. Simple cuboidal. Okay, now notice I put these together, especially for my Heartland folks. Okay, I put this one together, this one together. That's smooth muscle. This is dense fibrous. Once again, it's easier to almost see the individual cells up here. Notice how ginormous the nuclei is here. So this is one long spindle fiber, but these are all of them packed together. Here's another long spindle fiber. Dense fibers just looks like, God, squish. It's literally like dense in there, right? Okay, so here we go. Smooth muscle. Smooth muscle. Dense fibrous. Dense fibrous. Okay, stratified cuboidal. Stratified cuboidal. Good. Pseudostratified columnar. Pseudostratified columnar. Good. Blood. Blood. Stratified squamous. Stratified squamous. Cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. Okay, these have these intercalated discs right here. It's hard to see a little bit. Transitional epithelium. That's cute. Transitional epithelium. Epithelium. Good job. Good job. Good job. Skeletal muscle. Okay, skeletal muscle. All right, let's do this. Oh, boy. I've had like 4,000 interruptions today. Hello. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, he's here. Yeah. I did? Oh, he's late. He's late. Yeah, he was down in the guidance office and then came back here just now. So there you go. So yeah. Sorry. Hey, if I bring in some sandpaper, can you smooth it down for me? Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. I don't know, man. I'm gonna start something. Oh my gosh. Hey, speaking of jokes, this came up yesterday in the sixth period. Have you guys heard of this this website that I guess it evidently the kids watch it, and it's called TikTok. Have you heard of TikTok? Yeah. You've heard of the TikTok? Yeah, we've all heard of it. Yeah, you've heard of it? What one? No, I couldn't. But like, so did you send this to me? So there's a girl that's doing using the WAP song. Hey, hey, Snader, you can't sit, Snader, Nathan, you can't sit there. You'd have to sit behind him. Sorry, COVID's. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I sent it to you. You said for some reason I can't see.
Instagram was being weird last night. Anybody else have problems with Instagram last night? My stuff wasn't loaded. That's it. Okay, bring it up here. Bring it up here. Bring it up here. Yeah. Can I touch your phone? Can I touch your phone?
You can have my phone. I don't want it.
All right. I can't believe I'm showing you a TikTok in class. This is kind of ridiculous. This one's not inappropriate. This one's.
You're about to pull it up.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Is it WAP or WAP?
What?
It's WAP.
Up, up. I need, come up here. See, I do need you.
You look at my home screen, Katie Mellon. She did not. She didn't.
Okay.
She may have had 5 or 6
Okay, where's the audience?
She hit really good. Oh, I wonder if that's what it was. Oh, wow. She didn't have 25 pounds.
Did you guys see this? It's ridiculous.
It protects your brain. These bones give structure, or else it would be insane. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're talking about the bones in your body. Bring a notebook and a pen to learn the bones in your body. Now let's go in the order. Learn the bones in your body. Mandible is the jaw. Eat the food, you don't need a straw. Clavicle is in a pair. You can cover it with your hair. The sternum, we use it for choir, connects to your ribs. Then start with blood, then to your ribs. They do a lot. 12 pair of bones protects your heart. Humerus is in your arm. Shoulder to elbow, ain't no harm. Then the ulna and the radius are in the floor of your arm. Cervical, thoracic, and lumbar are your spine.
Unbelievable.
Bones in our
She's got another one that's like a muscle one too, which is kind of funny. But there you go. The kid, somebody in 6th period showed me that, and so I was like, holy cow. All right, here we go. Your bounce in the body, bounce. Okay, let's do this. We'll just play a few. We'll do it the new way. For those of you. What's that? What? Catch your bounce in the body. I think you're my first race that I've ever had, which is amazing. At least since. What grade is one? Oh my God, I gotta show that. That's insane. I have to show you. Did you just hook up to MHS Open then? Just hook up the open internet? Okay, here we go. Everybody in? What's happening?
This is a different style.
I know, right? And I like it.
I like it. It's just, it looks different. The pictures are so much smaller. It's just a little bit harder to read them. I did not win that.
Oh my gosh, really? Wait, that's not you? It's a different guy. Oh, that's amazing. Let's play it a couple more times. Somebody's got to get Kate. He's like too good.
No, he just got luck. Make sure she Asia,
Hey, when you're good, you're good. When you're good, you're good. That's amazing. Could someone please get him? I mean, I love that you're winning, but like, come on, last time, last game of the day. Here we go. Go.
I think we'll
Just go a little bit slower. Match my pace, please.
Katie Miller just go as fast as possible.
You're so mean. Oh, I got it wrong. So you can just keep it. I'm not saying
Katie Miller got us again. Jenna got us.
There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jenna. Did you let her win? You let her win. Nice, nice. All right. Go to Google Classroom, please, and open up this document that says general bone terms. We're going to talk for a quick second about this, and then we'll work on some of our bones. While you're opening up that document, okay, let me tell you that there was, and I had to switch some stuff up yesterday after seventh period. So some people were like, "Hey, can you make like an ultimate bone list? Like, how again are we actually going to do this test?" Remember, like, there's going to be 2 bone tests. One bone test will literally be. Can I touch your bone? Okay. One bone test is going to be number 1, what's this bone? Number 2, what's this bone, right? Number 3, what's this bone, right? Because this technically has 2 parts to it. Okay, there's about 25 of those questions. That will be the first test, okay? And for the most part, like, I'm hoping that everyone in the room knows the name of their bone, right? Okay? Today we're going to start working on, like, with your kind of your surrounding neighbors, making sure that everyone knows in your general area what that bone is. Okay? That's the first test. If you want to ever look at that, okay, that would be in a test called general or basic bones of the body, but not this one. I got to delete this one because this one is not, that's not it. Did I make a general bones of the body? I think I did yesterday. I hope I did.
If you made it yesterday, yeah. Right there.
Oh, general, nope. Dang it. Okay, I only made it in this thing. Shoot, why did I do that? I'm so stupid. Okay, all right, wait, maybe not. Hold on. Let's go here. Anatomy, physiology. All right, so yesterday I made this ultimate bone list thing. Why can't it give me just like the latest? It is the latest. There we go.
Right beside your sword, type the filter.
Doesn't look like you did.
But it,
I've seen it.
I swear I did.
I seen it.
I did too.
I don't care.
Okay, all right, let me go. Maybe it's just not in my, maybe it's just my set. It's in my sets. Okay, here it is. I did it. I just didn't add it to the class. Okay, thank God, because I was like freaking out. Okay, everybody look at this. This is, so what I did was, in the course of how we've all done these Quizlets is that like different people have given me different ideas. Okay. I mean, a lot of this has come from just students saying, I want this. Okay. So these are broken down from basically the general thing. Even though that says manubrium, you would match that up with the sternum. Okay. You all with me on this? The next one, even though that's the cartilage end, that's the rib. Okay. So that's the hyoid bone. Okay. It's got the lesser cornu on it, but you wouldn't like study that part. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Like I want to know that that's the hyoid bone. And the only reason I did it this way is because I already had these pictures in here and I just didn't want to go ahead. I didn't think that this lesser cornu would mess you up that much. Okay. This is what the first test is. The second test is going to be the big bone stuff. And so that's going to be, and you could do ultimate bone set, okay, which is all of the parts. Okay. So this is the sternal end of the clavicle. On that second test, I will literally tell you, because hopefully you got this right the first time, that this is the clavicle. Then I'd say, number one, what's this part? And then I'd say, number two, what's this part? Then number three, what's this part? You all with me on that? Okay, that's the second test. Okay, so someone in my 7th period class said, can we make an ultimate thing that's got both of those together? And that is this, that's this one right here. So
For the bone test, are you gonna hold up a bone, or are you gonna
I'm
do the slide?
holding up a bone. Okay, so it will be a physical bone. And again, we will have a practice test, and we may have no, I don't want that. Two practice tests. Add set to class in 4. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. All right, now let me go back and do this one to the other one. So it's in the anatomy class. No. No. Yes. Add. Boom. Boom. Okay, cool. All right. So let's take a look real quickly at these terms. And I don't know if we're going to have a quiz on this or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. Okay, but what we've got is all of you in this room have one bone and you have parts on your bone. Some of you have a condyle on your bone. How many people in here have a condyle on their bone? Okay, femur, tibia, mandible. Okay, you guys should be raising your hand there. Maybe if you're not tired. Okay, you guys have condyles, right? Did I miss any that's got a condyle on there? So mandible yours is a little weird because it's not condyle itself. It's the coronoid and condyloid process, right? So, but it's kind of the same thing. Okay, so condyloid is a rounded process that articulates with another bone. Okay, so in the case, and I'll bring Chad out here. In the case of this, these bones are articulating with each other. We've got the condyle, medial condyle of the femur and of the tibia because they are articulating with each other. They move together. Okay, that's what a condyle is. A crest is a narrow ridge-like projection. Okay, so on the hip, we've got the iliac crest, and you can feel that, you know, in your body. The epicondyle is a projection situated above a regular condyle. In this case, there's the medial epicondyle of the humerus. I did not have the humerus learn the medial epicondyle. I've thought about doing that. I don't know. At some point, I keep adding more each year. And at some point, maybe by the time I finally retire, I will do all have it 250 terms. I don't know. But right now, this is what we got. A facet is a small, smooth surface. Okay, so the facet on the vertebra is kind of where that vertebra attaches to the rib. So who's got, let me see, who's got my vertebra? Can I, yeah. So in this case, okay, we have these little parts So if I were to rip this out of Jay's right now, I would rip it out this way. This is the bony part of your back right here, okay? So that bone is the spinous process. The transverse process is off to the side, but these are the facets. So your ribs, now not the lumbar vertebra, but like they attach to those facets. And those are pretty cool. By the way, what do you think all these bony projections are for? Like why do we have, like, especially on the clavicle? Who's got my clavicle? Who's the clavicle on here? Clavicle? Okay. So there's this little tiny nubbin on the clavicle, and here it is, and it's called the tuberosity for the insertion of the corticoclavicular ligament. Okay, that's just this little piece right here. Okay, right? You've got these little deltoid tuberosities, you've got a radial tuber. All of those are bumps. Why do you think we have these little bumps on our bones? Do they serve any purpose at all?
I don't know.
Well, I kind of gave you a little bit of a hint. Yeah.
So like you can see where they are.
Okay, great. So once again, the question is, why do we have these little bumps on our bones? Okay, and maybe so we could see where it goes. That's a great thing. I did give you a hint when I said the name of that little bump on the clavicle. Remember, our purpose of our skeleton, definitely to protect. Okay, if I pick up this femur and knock Asia in the head, okay, which I think she would hope that I would do right now to put her out of her misery, or other things, right? Okay, so that's going to be a protection thing, but there's other things that our bones do besides producing blood. Yeah, besides producing blood, those little nubbins are really important.
Like where the muscle
Yes, all right. It's where the muscle hooks up to, or not just the muscle guy, but the tendon, or what was the name of that little term? What was the first thing? The tuberosity for the insertion. I'm inserting something of the corticoclavicular ligament. Okay, so all these little bones, all these little nubbins, all these little things on your bones are for ligaments, muscles, tendons to insert into. Okay, that's how they attach. I can't flex my arm, okay, unless there was a point for my bicep to insert into that bone. Okay. All right. Foramen is an opening for the passage of a blood vessel in our nerves. Okay, and we know that that there are lots of different things. Can I touch your bone? Okay, you see this? See all these little holes there? Okay, this is in my butt, right? Okay, so this sacrum right here, okay, there's a lumbar vertebra that goes right on top of that. What do you think? Why are these holes so big? I mean, they're not just there because, like, for no reason. Think about what's the end of the line right here. Yeah, the spinal cord, right? So your spinal cord doesn't just stop right there. Here, I get my baby out.
I didn't even know that was
I don't know. I noticed.
Congrats, it's a girl. It's not really mine. Okay? So when you look at this baby, I need to come up with it. Here's all these spinous processes, right? And there's, you guys can't see it, but there is a, can you see that there's a bar in the middle of that? Like, can you see a bar like
Oh, yeah.
right behind the, it's hard to see.
I'm able to see it.
Okay, can you guys see that bar through there? There's like a bar, like if you look through the holes, right there, there's a bar. That bar, yes, is to keep this, and I'll show you guys at home, that bar is to definitely keep this whole skeleton together. But that bar also is perfectly placed because that's where the spinal cord is. Okay, think about this. This is crazy. You have these little spinous processes, but right behind that is your spinal cord. A lot of people, and Abby, can I borrow your thing? And I'm sanitizing myself. Okay, a lot of people think that this is the protective part, right? Okay, this hard part here is to protect. No, it's this way. So think about this. If you're feeling this spinous process, literally, your spinal cord is right behind that. Your spinal cord. And so, and I will tell you, like, I'm a fainter. Okay, so my wife, when she had our firstborn, she decided to get an epidural. She's like, screw it, I don't want pain. Okay, so we're sitting there in the hospital. Okay, and the anesthesiologist comes in, and the needle is freaking huge. It's like this big. And so I was sitting down, and like I was ready for the birth, but I saw that needle, and then here's what got me. Here's what got me. They were like, hey, so whatever you do, don't move. We're gonna insert this needle, into your the fluid that surrounds your spinal cord. So if you move, you could get paralyzed, so just try not to move. Like, and so she's lying on the bed, she's got a freaking baby that's going to come out of her, right? And she's trying not to move. So at that point, when I heard paralyzed, I was like, dear God, I'm gonna have to raise this kid by myself with, and help my wife. And so I passed out. And the next thing I know, I like wake up and I've got like a cold brew in my hand. And the nurse, I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? And they're like, oh, you passed out. I was like, oh yeah, I did. Okay, but she was fine. She's not paralyzed. Okay, but that's how, like, we can literally take that needle, go through your back, and get into your spinal column. Okay, and that is because there is a hole in your bone. This is it. This is why people have issues when they, you break a vertebra. Especially in the neck, right? If you break and sever the spinal cord in your neck, you are a quadriplegic. What does that mean? Can't move which things? Yeah, neck down. So arms and legs, quad, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Paraplegic, right? Okay. Usually just the legs. It kind of depends on where you're at. This is how, look, that's amazing. So you're foramen. There's lots of foramens out there. Okay. This one, can I touch your bone? All right. This one is called the foramen magnum. Okay. Why is this called the foramen magnum? It's big, right? Think about something that's also magnum. Those of you who know. You all signed the paper. All right, now. Okay, so what's coming out of this hole? Yeah, not the brainstem. The brainstem actually ends up still inside here. We'll talk about that. That's a very common misconception. But it's the beginning of your spinal cord, right? Okay. There's another one in the hip. Jonathan, hold up your hip for a second. Okay. In his hip, we've got a giant hole right there called the obturator foramen. Okay. What do you think is gonna? Do you think a nerve or a blood vessel is gonna come out of that hole?
Oh yeah.
No. Okay. Maybe there's a few in there, right? But that's not what its purpose is. What do you think is gonna come out of that hole? Think about like what's going on down here. Okay. Tendons maybe, but something else more. Muscle tissue, right? That's going to come right out of the hole. You've heard about your hip flexors, right? Hip flexors? No? Yes? Okay, good. All right. Okay, let's go down to the next one. Fossa is a relatively deep pit or depression. Okay? In the humerus, there's the olecranon fossa. Can you hold up your olecranon fossa and show everybody? That's the humerus. That's the olecranon fossa. And here's why that's important. If you look at Chad, the olecranon fossa is where your elbow goes into. So this is the humerus, there's the fossa. Here is the olecranon process of the ulna, and those articulate together. Okay?
You make me feel so dumb.
Several other people have some fossas. Head, an enlargement at the end of the bone. Femur, show me your head. Show me your head, femur. Show me your head. Where's the head, though? Oh, dear God, you don't know where the head is?
No, I don't.
Really? Guess. Guess where you think it. Yeah, boom. There it is. Okay, that head of that femur goes into something called the acetabulum. Linea. that's a narrow line-like ridge. There's the linea aspera of the femur. I did not make you know that. Femur. The meatus is a tube-like passageway within a long bone. There's the auditory meatus, which is in the skull. I did not make you know that, but here it is. So you guys all see this little hole right there? That is a meatus. If that's the auditory meatus, what do you think that goes to? Yeah, it goes to your ear. In fact, this is freaky. You have 3 bones in your ear, like inside this. If I could, like, remind me, I've got a human. No, I got 2 human skulls. The one that you guys saw the other day, and then another one. I'll get it out later. Okay, but if I shake it, I can hear the 3 bones inside the skull. Right? There's 3 bones. They're called the incus, malleus, and stapes, and they all fit on this pinning. That's how tiny those bones are, and they're inside the bone. They're inside the temporal bone. You are hearing me right now because those bones are slapping each other, which is crazy. Yeah.
I just heard his question. Are you able to break this bone?
You are, are you able to break those bones? Gosh, I don't know how you'd be able to do that, but like, I'm sure like if someone took a sledgehammer to your skull, like you could bring, but like you're not.
Break more than just those bones.
What's that? Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. I think you would have to like be like probably dead to break those bones. Like, you know, like you're gonna break so many other things. Like nobody's just like, you trip and fall. You're like, oh, I broke my incus. You know. Oh crap, my stapes. Oh, my stapes. Okay, we'll finish this up later. Thanks guys for sticking with me. Oh, my incus. I broke my incus. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody online. Bye, peace.